Hello. Whoop, that is totally not the right window. Oh, hi. Hi, Sif. Well, you know, got to make things go off rough, right? Let's see. Do I have... I don't know. I might have the game volume low. I don't know. I wanted to wave. Hi. That was an awkward start, but that's okay. So a couple things. So the first one is I wanted to... I noticed I didn't have Ascalon. I wanted to make my way over there. Now, what's the closest I have? I have Lion's Arch. So there's a couple of ways that I could get where I want to go. And I'm going to use this path. There's something I should check. Actually. Let's see. I want to check, was it Snake Dance, I think? What I'm looking for is, yeah, possible bosses. Oh, Peace and Harmony, isn't that? I'm looking up, so the way that you get elite skills in this game, yep, Divine Favor, so that's useless, is, there's a chance of that guy. Does this character, okay, so, I think I want to change my professional orientation. So does this character have... Okay, nothing in their smiting prayers, which is fine. Some protection prayers. Okay. Do I want to try to pick up Signet of Judgment? I mean, I don't think I'm likely to... Well, there's a bajillion other places that you can capture that, though. So bosses are the way that you get, excuse me, elite skills, which are these kind of gold-bordered skills that typically are more powerful, but you only have one on your bar at a time. And I was wanting to check if there was a good spot to get some of those along the way. So there's not. So I'm not going to. I have Healing Hands as well. That's interesting. What do I have in Dervish? Okay, I have some randomly useful Scythe Mastery. Maybe, do I have a Scythe? I'm just thinking about how I could potentially run this character. I mean, I have that Scythe, but that Scythe is not anything to make use of. I didn't do this inventory management. So this recording session, I'm going to bounce between game commentary related stuff and something else that I want to talk about, which is I've been thinking a lot about representation related stuff. I recorded a Rambler. I don't remember when it is in relation to when you're going to be hearing this, but I recorded a Rambler where I talked about prejudice and bias and representation and stuff along those lines. And it was really interesting, but it left me with a lot of additional thoughts. By the way, I would really like to get more item storage. So please consider supporting me on Patreon at patreon.com/Sientir so that way I can afford more item storage. But more seriously speaking, or I mean, that's really important, but okay, so I have this. This is not bad. And then, of course, I have the Icy Soulbreaker Enchanting, which is not anything to write home about. Zenmai? That's... Yeah, I don't like the default Assassin outfit, though. Sure, let's go ahead and switch to this. So, I'm going to talk some, I think, about that particular topic. As I was saying, of representation stuff, because I think it's rather interesting. To try to... What's the right phrase? To try to think about and kind of process some. I mean, Crippling Victory is just like, yeah, whatever, the free roll. This is interesting. I have Go for the Eyes under command. And this is command... I mean, this is just good. Okay, so I need a Scythe. Maybe motive. Anything under here that I want? Okay, that's not what I want. Defensive Anthem. Sorry, I'm looking through and thinking about what skills I might want. Like, that one's pretty sweet. Interesting to see what sort of elite skill options I have and to think about what would actually serve what I want to do. So I'm setting up a build right now, and that necessarily means that I am considering potential options. And like this is an option, for example, but it decreases my armor, so I don't necessarily want that for an elite skill. I think I might just use the power is yours as kind of a generic boost. And like, so some of these are just, you know, useful. Let's see. And there's, these fall into different sort of categories. So I'm having to read through and kind of think about what these skills do. Okay, and the next animation. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff that does things that I just generally don't care about. Don't trip might be vaguely useful if I time things right, but you move like a dwarf is just super strong, so I'm gonna throw that on. Okay, so do I want Zenmai? I don't know. Zenmai's level 20. Okay, so let's just. Like, okay, cool. I can drop all of my heroes that way. So I know that I want Fatalon, Darius. Tranny is probably able to do useful stuff. Morgan. I need more Necromancer. Takora, Dunkoro. And who do I want for my last? Oh, I see. This character has somewhat limited options, so gonna impact things. Let's actually run Milani, I guess. Oh no, I'm full. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just take some time to set up a proper party composition here. So I know that's probably not the most exciting thing, and it's definitely not me talking about the topic that I want to talk about, but that's okay. Channeling. Actually, I would rather you do like 8 resto and that. And let's see. That's probably good. And then Mend Body and Spirit Light are both really good healing skills. You're doing a proper thing, right? Yes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. General Morgan. Okay, this is the thing, is like command is just stronger than motivation. This is one of those weird quirks of design. It's something that I'll probably talk about more at a different time, but in general, a lot of the command stuff is just better. Never Give Up and Never Surrender are both fairly strong. Make Haste is pretty good. Godspeed is pretty good. Fall Back is really strong. Go for the Eyes is like just straight utility. Anthem of Envy is pretty good. Like, it's just stronger than motivation, which I think is rather interesting. Shield of Deflection is super powerful, though. What is Elias set up to do? Word of Healing Minion Master. I mean, yes? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll run that. You're a smiter and you're a smiter. I would rather you not be smiters. So, what monkey templates do I have that are of any good? That's not... Yeah, a bunch of these are going to be not actually good for heroes. Oh yeah, this one's actually pretty solid though. We'll load that one. The reason why is there's like a lot of, like, this is the monkless one that I'd done. There's a lot of stuff where people would, certain skills were, shall we say, overrated. And this episode is just going to be like me making builds, isn't it? And I apologize for that. But yeah, so there's certain... like this one's might be okay. Yeah, like this one's actually pretty reasonable though. I need to check. Okay, I have too much Shield of Absorption. So this right here is a really good spell, but when he has it, she has it, and he has it, that's too many people with the same enchantment, and the AI is kind of dumb in how it applies stuff, so it might apply, like, over-apply it. So, like, rather than running Shield of Absorption on him, I might be better off, like, say, running Aegis and kind of doing more of a global thing. And then Talcor here, I'm okay with her running Shield of Absorption. And I'm okay with them overlapping on Guardian. Shield of Absorption is pretty short, so I'm okay with them both doing that, but when I had 3 people, that was a little overkill. Let's see. And she's got Protective Spirit, which is a good spell and probably worth running. I'm trying to think. Do I want Dismiss? Dismiss condition is good condition removal. But I don't think I actually need it. The reason why I don't think I need it is I have Men, Body, and Soul on him and on him. And that is most of the time going to just be better than Dismiss. So Dismiss is a waste of their energy. Let's see. Let's give Vigorous Spirit to him and Patient Spirit to her. There we go. Okay, so it was kind of important, though, that I take some time to set up a proper team. Does this affect the party or just me? I know that hits the entire party. I'm going to be removing death penalty with consumables like that. I need to hit the entire party, and some of that stuff is being saved. Yeah, I'll bring my Power Stones. I don't think I'm going to need them, but I'm going to bring them anyway. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so the reason why it's so important to set up is what I'm about to do, and will probably take us through the rest of the episodes, is I'm going to be journeying all the way up to, like, here sort of area. I'm going to be journeying up to Beacon's Perch, and I'm going to be doing it from Camp Rancor down here. So this is just going to be really long. So I'm just going to hop into the zone here. And again, sorry that this has probably not been a terribly exciting episode, but doing all the build stuff, and I can maybe talk a little bit about some of my logic, actually. So what I went with for myself is just a bunch of adrenaline-related stuff, and then some defensive things. Daedalon is running really important stuff. So he's running Panic, which is a very powerful disruption spell. Cry of Frustration and Power Return are also powerful disruption. This is raw damage on enemies, because when they attack, they take damage, and they deal less, and enemies are not smart enough to not attack. So that's very strong. Both helps a little bit defensively and also deals damage. This is just a very good area of effect. The 21 damage doesn't look very strong, but when you realize that ignores armor, it becomes a lot better. And also that fast casting right here reduces the recharge time of his mesmer spells. Also, Men Body and Soul and Spirit Light are just good healing options that work well with, and this is a resurrection option. So these work well with what Prius is doing, which is using Signet of Spirits, which spawns a bunch of spirits. So he will spawn like 4 spirits, which is very powerful. This deals damage. These are those healing spells again, and this deals a bit of damage and gains and does a bit of healing. For reference, this 48 damage, lightning damage, is probably going to be reduced to like in the 30s by the enemy armor. And then this here just makes it better when he makes stuff. She's doing some mostly raw damage stuff with Chain Lightning, Lightning Javelin, Lightning Orb. These are to help... Oh, that's a healing. Okay, well, that makes her heal. So that's some self-healing stuff, which isn't bad. And this right here just reduces the cost of casting her air magic. And this one's really useful because it blinds foes. So it's not so much for damage. Yeah, so it blinds foes and does some AoE damage, which is really useful. He's mostly to provide some additional defensive support with some offense built in, just from attacking with spears. And then this is the most powerful resurrection skill in the game because it activates instantly. It's a shout, it activates instantly, which is super strong. He makes minions, which just adds a bunch of buffer, and then this does some damage when things die. Notice that 73 damage is armor ignoring. And then this right here, Blood Ritual, allows him to give the other spellcasters energy regeneration, which is super handy. And then these are just some party heals and stuff. And then these are just a couple of healing bars that are specifically using Healing Burst, which is one of the stronger, just like raw healing skills. There's some argument for Word of Healing being really good. You'll notice that if the ally is below 50%, they get healed for an additional bonus amount, but the AI is not necessarily smart enough to use it very well. So these bars are somewhat tailored towards the AI, and making sure that they're not spamming skills that are not great to spam. So I have a lot of thoughts about some of that I'll talk about during the... I want to do a retrospective on this game, and I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm going to talk about them then, but... until then, this has been the build episode, where I've put together a build. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. And I look forward to journeying through the mountains with you tomorrow. Till then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.